Alright, good morning, good evening, welcome back to another Let's Ramble. Right back where we were, if you couldn't tell just by the fact that the video started in the same exact spot. The current issue I'm having with running my D&D campaign is that everything is getting stale and that I'm having trouble spacing out the leveling, or there's a word for it, and I can't think of it. I feel like it starts with an S, but I don't think it does. It's not spacing, but it's like spacing out the loot and gameplay so that it doesn't get stale, but it also isn't boring or grinding to play. And there's a word for it. What is the fucking word for it? I don't even know. I feel like it starts with an S, but I just know it doesn't. Oh my god, I have no fucking clue. Alright, well, I've already explained the word I'm trying to explain. So, I'm having trouble getting that going. And I think I've found an elegant solution to it because I had inspiration from a setup that I'm potentially going to be starting playing soon, if not DMing for them as well. I told Dave that I was up for DMing if he couldn't find any, and that I would go through whatever task I had to go through to become sanctioned DM by Wizard of the Coast rules. Oops. Ah, damn it, I was right. I stopped here because I didn't think there was actually more space this way, but there was. And then I went against my better judgment and placed it anyway. I'll flatten out that wall. I don't know what I'm actually doing right now. I'm just kind of going with the flow here as I talk. And that elegant solution is to make my own list of finite items and quests, like you would for any other really basically a video game or something. The best way I have of describing it is there's a program called RPG Maker. VX is the one I'm familiar with. And the way you basically use that is you set up a huge database of all the stuff, and then you build the game within the program using the database you created. And that's pretty much what I've got to do for D&D. The problem with that system, the reason I never really finished a game with that is because one, the tile sets were extremely limited, and I didn't know how to code the Ruby language or whatever it ran on. I didn't know how to properly encode that to be useful to me, so I had to basically use the community, what the community made available for everybody to use. And sometimes it just wasn't what I needed, or what I needed wasn't available. Primarily sprites. I did not have the time or the skill to create my own sprites then. I still really don't. But I've gotten better at spriting, at least, just from practicing by splicing the Pokemon sprites. Not that I'm sure most people would count those as being sprites or spriting, although I think it is fair to say that it would be good practice for those who are not familiar with spriting as a resource from scratch. Very difficult thing that is to do. I really don't know what I'm doing here. I kind of that looked like too much work to remove, so I just kind of leveled it all out with itself. I'm sure this will become something. So I I'm going to create a database of basically any possible quest and any possible items and all the maps that they will have access to, because I kind of make it up on the fly as of right now, just because, again, because of their play style, the way they go about things, they treat it basically like an encounter simulator, which is kind of boring for me to run, and it kind of gets a little frustrating for them and for me, because they just want to do something and I don't want to just give them any old gunk to do. I don't want to I don't want to, create random bandit encounters. Now, even though they have fun with those, I want them to have a little bit of meaning, or in-game effect. Or even if they are just random, I want them to be at least slightly planned, so I don't have to make up loot and items and story on the fly, because it kind of feels a little shitty if I do that. Not only for them, but for me too. Like, my own personal feelings towards things is like, man, like, this is what you came up with? Like, whenever I play games, sometimes I'm just like, really? This is what you consider? Okay. Yeah, I'm not playing anymore because this is boring. Whoa, holy shit, at that lag spike. What the hell was that? Oh god, it's still here. I've done nothing different. Why is it lagging all of a sudden? Oh, now it's good. The fuck? So I think, well, this weekend we're not actually meeting up. There's a Japanese festival, which I will do my best to record something of, probably from my phone, because I don't really have a camcorder or anything capable of recording good enough quality video anymore. I used to have a really neat, nice camcorder, at least for the day and age, as far as I remember. It seemed like it. Like, going back and watching old videos, it seems like it still would have been a pretty good camera. But preparing for a con, I think it was a Natsucon. In fact, I'm pretty sure it was a Natsucon. Cole had a buddy over because we were taking him with us, and he spilled Mountain Dew on my camcorder and completely destroyed it. A camcorder, might I add, that I had spent a lot of money towards so that I could record with it in a high quality and upload, as you guys might remember. Oh, no, most of you guys aren't from the other channel. In fact, I'm pretty sure if anybody has seen the other channel, they've been sent there from here. But anyway, I used to have a decent camcorder, but Cole's buddy destroyed it by dumping Mountain Dew on it, basically. And, he didn't really do it on purpose, as far as I know. He didn't do it on purpose, so I can't really be too mad at him still about it, but it was such a good camera. And I took that thing everywhere, and I recorded so much guff, and I miss being able to record just anything and everything that happens, because it felt like more things happened if you had a camcorder ready to go. But I'll probably invest in one after I upgrade my computer. I've got to replace this thing. I've never had so much trouble recording anything. That's not true at all. I've had trouble recording stuff before. However, I've never had trouble with it just being not able to handle it on this computer. The old computer I used to have, which, watching back older videos, I used to say the date wrong. Like, it wasn't that it was a 95 computer, it was 5 years old at the time, and I was just remembering it wrong. However, that old computer, it was slow and janky like this one is starting to get towards. This one still isn't there yet, but I recorded on that for a long time, and it was utter trash. I don't know how I did it. Now, I know this computer doesn't record great all the time, but I used to be able to run, play, and record Skyrim with, 200 mods installed with minimal to no lag and not really have any issues other than file size when I was done recording, which I went and got a XD or external hard drive. XD. Not a Disney thing. I went and get an external hard drive to solve that issue, so I record straight to that and then edit it. But even editing the videos in, which I have to use live because I can't afford a better program, and getting a hold of a free version of that is not only illegal, but very difficult and very hard to do properly without risking your computer to begin with. But even trying to render the videos in live, which should be able to handle it, it can't. Whenever I edit a video, one of the reasons they're so poorly edited to begin with, like there's little to no editing done, is simply because I can't. If I press play or try to watch the video in the previewer of Windows Live Movie Maker thing, it's frame by frame and it skips frames and it doesn't, like, you cannot watch it consistently for even 2 frames in a row. Like, it jumps that bad, and it is so hard to do anything with. Because, like, if something's wrong in the recording, I can't fix it because I don't know it's there because I can't watch the video. Or, like, if I need to do some... hold on. Oh god, I just felt like all the air that was in my lungs just jumped through my nose there. That was so weird. Hold on, I'm gonna take a drink. Like my... Oh, I'm so sorry. I know that sound probably really annoys some of you. I felt like all the air in my chest just jumped up through my nose because it was so dry all of a sudden. Like there was no resistance for it to keep down, so it just came up. It was weird. And now my nose feels all dried out. I'm probably getting sick. And I just don't realize it yet. What was I talking about? I don't know. My nasal ejection completely fucking... It blew my mind. Oh, I was talking about how in Movie Maker it's frame by frame. So any like time stop things I need to do, like time where I'm like, and here I'll add this to do this. I used to be able to do that, at least, even split it up, but now I basically put the raw file into it and save it so that it compresses it down into a manageable upload file when I render it. So fuck Christ. I don't know what I'm doing here, by the way. I'm probably gonna tear all this back out looking at it now, because I can't imagine what the hell I would do with this. A 1, a 2, and then what is it, 5? No, it's 6. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I think that's 6. Why'd I come up here? Oh, yeah. So I can't do any sort of editing right now. At least proper editing. I can still render the files, which I'm happy. Okay, good. I'm grateful for that I can actually still do some sort of something and not have to worry about anything. for a while, you guys might actually be able to go back and figure out which section of past videos. I didn't realize that that was the issue, that it was just my processor, my video card bogging down. So I thought it was literally the videos were recording frame by like jumpy frames and stuff, as if I were I guess like if you're streaming and you start dropping frames and it lags for everybody and they like get jumpy stuff. I thought that's what was happening to my recordings, because I would open the recording in Movie Maker and it would be all jumpy in bits, and like I couldn't watch a coherent line of text or audio. Like the audio of it is so bad as well. I thought it was simply the recording doing it. Like it was all recording issues. So there was huge gaps of videos where I didn't know that was the issue, and had to constantly erase videos, and that's where a lot of the jumpiness came from. I think it was during Spawner Siege. That's where most of that jumpiness in my older videos came from, actually, because I slowly realized that once I uploaded the video, it seemed fine. It was just that my version of it looked off to me. So I now know, or I now assume I know what the issue was, and that it was just my processor, or my computer's just getting old. My video card itself I got whenever Skyrim came out. I don't know why I'm doing this. I really don't. My video card, you know, I kind of wish I had left that there now. Let's go cut down trees. Let's get the food first. Now let's go cut down trees. And then I'll end the video here shortly. So yeah, my video card I got whenever Skyrim first came out, so 2011 if I'm not mistaken, because I think the release date was 11/11/11, and I remember that being a big deal. The release date, that it was the novelty release date of that, and so that makes that graphics card almost 4 years old, and it's been installed into 3 different computers, because it was my original computer, which is the utter shit one, and then the current computer that it's in now, and then a while ago I bought a second computer at a Walmart for cheap. It was on sale or something, and I just picked it up because it's the Windows 8 computer I constantly bitch about that runs the server most of the time. I put it in that, expecting to start using that computer because it was newer. It had a better processor and such, or at least I thought it did. It actually doesn't, but it was newer, so I just, oh yeah, this would be better, right? If I just put this over there. No, that computer sucks. Which is fair enough, because I only wanted it for one purpose, and if I could, I would erase the operating system and make it a dedicated server so that its only purpose would be to run Minecraft, a Minecraft server. But Windows 8 won't let me do it. Windows 8 won't even let me allocate more fucking RAM, even though there's plenty available. That looks like a telescope fucking sticking out of a mountain over there. You see it? It's kind of like a big, like, it's a comically big observatory telescope pointing that way to look at that tree. That you guys probably can't even see. So this computer is I'd say about 3 years old, maybe 4. Because I know I didn't have the other computer for very long before I decided, you know what, this one isn't going to work. I can't do anything on this. And then in between the other one. But I mean, hell, 4 years is an exceptional life for a graphics card, as far as I know from just various researches and what I've heard. Most YouTubers cycle their computers every 4 years, it seems. So I think it's just coming time. Like, this thing just doesn't have much life left in it, which sucks because I really like this computer. It's nothing special. In fact, I think it was a Walmart computer on sale as well, but it was like one of the best ones they had. No, actually, it wasn't even. It just happened to be nice. I could feel all the mucus like accumulating in my nose, and my voice is getting slowly stuffier the more I talk here, which is probably annoying as hell. Yeah, I'm getting sick, which kind of sucks. Yeah. So I don't know. I just like this computer. It's super tiny. Like, I could easily fit. I pointed at it with my mouse. Oh my fucking god. It's right down in this corner of my desk. I could easily fit this entire tower inside a hollowed out tower. Like, if this computer, the one I'm tapping now, was empty, like hollowed out, honestly, if just the hard drive shelves were out, I could fit it in there with the motherboard in there too. But I could fit this entire computer, case and all, inside this computer. It's just a tiny computer. I don't know why they made it that small, and it made installing the graphics card really difficult because I had to basically this side. Oh no, I got it closed up right now. Do I? Interesting. How did I manage that? Oh, I wiggled the wire a bit and basically uncurled it from its original position to make it fit out a hole that was in the computer. But it doesn't even fit inside the computer, my graphics card. I had to basically I had to pull the cover off and have it open most of the time when I originally had it set up, and then I found a workaround, but then I had to open it again when I had dual screen, but then the computer started not being able to handle dual screen. I'm doing hand motions, but you can't see them. I'm gonna go. Because my voice is starting to really clam up, or stiff up. I don't know. My nose is getting stuffy, and it's translating through my voice. It's getting nasally. I don't think I'm getting that sick. I think it's just that my throat's dry, and because I'm talking so much, there's a lot of air movement, and it's drying it out. So I'm just gonna take 20-something minute break. I don't have anything to do today, and it's only 1 o'clock. The only thing I gotta do is I'm going to go. That D&D at the shop starts today, and I'm gonna go there, and it's basically a meetup day to see who else is interested in playing, and then we're gonna go from there, I assume. All right, so I'm gonna go. This has been a much longer video, but I had a more direct tangent to go on this time, so fair enough. See you guys next time.